In the great silence of the cosmos, where time drifts slower than thought, a whisper crosses the stars. It is not a voice, nor a signal carved in metal, but a pattern of light, subtle and strange. The source? A planet orbiting a dim red star, buried deep in the constellation of Leo. Its name, K2-18B. A world more than 100 light-years from Earth, yet close enough to stir ancient questions. Does life bloom elsewhere? Are we truly alone in the void? Or have we simply not listened long enough? K2-18b is unlike the rocky planets we know, and unlike the gas giants that guard our solar system. It is a Hycean world, a term born from the words hydrogen and ocean. Larger than Earth, enveloped in a thick hydrogen-rich atmosphere, and possibly cloaking a vast, deep ocean beneath its clouds. It floats in the habitable zone of its sun, the region where liquid water might endure, where warmth kisses the air just enough for chemistry to awaken. For years, it was a curiosity. Then it became a question. Now it is a revelation. Because recently, a new eye opened to the heavens, the James Webb Space Telescope. Its sensors pierced the veil of K2-18b, dissecting light from its star as it filtered through the planet's upper atmosphere. And in that filtered light, was something extraordinary. Signs of water vapor. Carbon dioxide. Methane. But more than that, molecules that, on Earth, are rarely found without life. Dimethyl sulfide. A compound made here by tiny ocean-dwelling organisms. And perhaps more remarkably, dimethyl disulfide, a chemical born from deep-sea biological processes. Together, these gases began to draw a new picture, not of geology, but of possible biology. Perhaps a planet not barren, but breathing. Perhaps an ocean not empty, but teeming with alien plankton, floating in its warm darkness, producing life's quiet scent in the air. Could it be? That across this yawning distance, another world is not merely habitable, but inhabited? Scientists speak with caution, yet even they are beginning to admit, this is no longer science fiction. This is data. Measured. Verified. Real. If life exists in that ocean, it may be simple. Microscopic. Like the early lifeforms that once ruled Earth's ancient seas. But even the smallest cell changes everything. Because if life arose there, it likely arose elsewhere. It may be common. It may be woven into the fabric of the universe. And we may not be the first. Some say we should speak. Send a signal. Let them know we're here. Others urge silence. Warning of dangers we cannot predict. Or the risk of disturbing a delicate world that has survived without us for eons. What right do we have to shout across the void into another planet's sacred sky? A message, if sent today, would take more than a century to arrive. And another century for a reply. Even in our boldest age, this would be a conversation measured in generations. So perhaps, for now, we only listen. And what we hear is something humbling. A reminder that life may not be rare but resilient. Not an exception, but a rule. The discovery has shaken more than science. It stirs theology, philosophy, the very core of how we define ourselves. For if Earth is not unique, then neither is humanity. And if life is out there, alive and unknowing of us, we become just one voice in a far larger choir. Across observatories and mission control rooms, plans are changing. New telescopes are rising, built not just to see, but to understand. And we ask, what lives beneath those clouds? What stirs in that hidden ocean? And what does it dream beneath the weight of an alien sky? K2-18b may not just be another planet. It may be a mirror, showing us what Earth once was, and what life, everywhere, could become. If this moment stirred something in you, if the stars feel closer now, if the silence feels full, then share this wonder. Because the more we look, the more the universe seems to be looking back. Tonight, we are not alone. We are listeners. And the cosmos may be singing. A few decades ago, a world like K2-18b would have been considered fantasy, a poet's planet, painted in equations and dreams. But today, it is a real place, etched into the star maps of science, whispering secrets through the spectra of starlight. And those secrets are growing louder. Because with every passing orbit, new patterns emerge. The chemical puzzle deepens, its atmosphere not static, but shifting, evolving, as if something below is breathing. Some researchers now speak of cycles, biochemical rhythms, echoing the tides of Earth's own biosphere. Could it be that this alien world has seasons? Not of snow or sun, but of methane blooms and carbon size. Could it be a living world, not in isolation but in balance, a complex feedback loop between ocean, atmosphere, and life? And what if that life is not just microbial? What if, in the twilight layers of its ocean, something more complex swims? Not intelligent, not technological, but aware in its own way, like the cephalopods of our own deep seas, whose intelligence evolved in silence. Imagine creatures evolved under a red sun, beneath thick skies and filtered light, their eyes tuned to infrared glows, their bodies dancing through thermal currents. We may never see them, not with our current tools. But their chemistry may speak for them. Already, new missions are being drawn, concepts once shelved, now dusted off with urgency. Atmospheric probes. Star-chasing interceptors. Gravitational lens telescopes that could image exoplanets in detail from across the light years. For some, this is a new era, the beginning of comparative biology on a cosmic scale. Life no longer as a singular accident, but a galactic trend. And if this is true for K2-18B, what of the others? Because the data is clear. There are thousands more. Planets in the habitable zones of cool stars, quiet stars, golden stars. And every one of them could carry its own chemistry, its own evolution, its own answers. We are no longer searching for one needle in a haystack. We are walking through a field of signals, and some are beginning to shine brighter. Astronomers now turn their instruments to similar worlds, TOI-700D, TRAPPIST-1e, Gliese 667cc. Each one a candidate. Each one a mystery. But K2-18B remains unique. It was the first to whisper back something unexpected. And that whisper continues. Its spectrum shifts subtly over time. Its haze may rise and fall like a planetary breath. Its signs of carbon-based gases remain persistent, stable, as though maintained. Theories multiply. Some suggest biological processes. Others propose exotic geochemistry. But either way, nature is doing something strange, and possibly familiar. Some now call K2-18B a second genesis. A place where nature ran the experiment again, with different tools, under different skies, yet may have arrived at something astonishingly similar. Others fear what it means. Not because of danger, but because of humility.